Now we're over by the water. You can see it a little better. So we're just out for a little short walk. Got the car washed off. And just walk by the river. It's pretty nice. It goes around and you can come back on this little trail, or you can go take the service road around. Here, we'll walk over that way a little bit. So I've kind of been, I don't know what to do. I bought this tiny homes thinking I could rent one out and live in the other. But they're like right there to get, I don't know. Can I rent it? I mean, a full-time person's not going to live way up there on the mountain, not near anything. It's about 15 minutes to Menlo. But I don't know. If anybody want to live in a tiny home for their full-time? I don't think I do either. They're really tiny. But one I was going to live in, it's only 160 square foot with a little loft. Of course, I'm not going to use the loft, so, because I would fall trying to get down. And I think the kitchen area is probably 7 or 8 feet. So the rest of it's like 12 feet. You got like a 12 by 8 space to have a living room and a bedroom. But right now, the girl that had it just had a bed in there, and that was it. So if I do live in it, I'll have to get a fold out maybe. But there's a washer dryer, like for a combination washer dryer. You know, like one unit does everything. A place to put one of those in, but then you don't have a closet. If you do that, you can hang shorter clothes, which I don't have that many hanging clothes anyway. But I don't know. I got to come up with something for an income, because 2021 I lost my job during the. He was the kind of guy that he just I don't know. He hired one guy and then cut his salary like half almost, and then he was the controller at the other company, and then he hired a person at our office. There was 2 different offices at our office to be the production manager, and then cut her back 25% on her income. So I was trying to help out and offered to go back to 32 hours because I had some money. I could afford to do that. And then he just decided, well, I'll just let her go and get my wife to come in and do the bookkeeping, which is how it got in such a mess to begin with, because he had his granddaughter doing it and she wasn't doing it. So now anyway, I don't have an income. And I know that what I have is not going to last. I'm only 60. I didn't get a job last year. I worked for about a year for a lawyer. But he cussed and screamed and yelled at everybody, including his business partner. Talked to everybody like they were dogs. I would never talk to a dog. See, Mommy wouldn't talk to a dog like that, no. She might snap at me sometimes, but she don't talk to me like that. I mean, even the customers, like some of his regular clients come in. You stupid MF or blah, blah, just like, it was making me ill. Blood pressure was high. I put on 20 pounds just from overeating, and I had cut back to 32 hours there for about a month, and then after that I was like, okay, that's it. I just can't. So my acid reflux was bad. I was really sick one night. I mean, I won't go into detail, but it was pretty bad. Anyway, I've got to come up with a way to make an income now. And I'm hoping with my little channel I can do some good. Maybe I can talk about retirement and dogs. They go together. Dogs and retirement, the best. I did apply for a part-time online bookkeeping position with a company in Maryland, and she interviewed me last week on Zoom. But that's been a week and a half ago. She did ask for references, and I gave her my references via email. And the young lady that works for her said she would pass them on to her boss. But I haven't heard anything. So I don't know. I got my QuickBooks certification, Pro Advisor, like a couple of weeks before that. I'd had it years ago and just not redone it. So I did it in December. So I hope that might open up some more windows. But meanwhile, I need something. And I'm okay for now. I just know that my Social Security alone is not going to get it. I haven't made a whole lot of money in my life, so my Social Security input has not been as much as some, so my output won't be anything. I get about $14,000 a year. That's not much. Woo. That was another thought with buying the tiny home property. I thought, well, it's something I can live in. I don't know if I could, though. It's so tiny. It's depressing. It's a little depressing. I don't know. Maybe if I were in a community. I lived in a camper for a while. It seemed to be better set up, though, than the tiny home. I don't know. I think I might try to sell. Well, there's 2 on the property. Instead of trying to rent it, I might just try to sell it. I need to go get some measurements and some more pictures. Ma'am, no. What? Oh, here we go. All right. She pulls me. What are you doing? My goodness, like having a bird dog. My goodness. I gotta go see what this is over here. So anyway, ideas. If anybody else has any ideas on what I can do, I don't know. Hoping just showing my daily life with her. And I started another little channel called Haints and Boogers. I've only got 2 videos up. But just me sitting there telling ghost stories from Alabama. Got another one coming up Sunday. I need to do a little bit better with my lighting, and maybe a different background. Change the picture out behind me. But I'm trying to do something, so we're trying. We got to make it. We got to take care of Elly. Yeah. And I could take the one tiny home that I like better, the green one. And maybe add a room onto it so I can have a separate bedroom and put a bathroom in there and then incorporate the bathroom, because it's got a bathroom in it now that's just a commode and a shower. There's no vanity. So I could take that bathroom out and then make the kitchen bigger and make it like just a galley kitchen. I could do that. Or I could stay in it while I do a shed home. I don't know. I need something cheap to live in. And maybe double income, because $1,200 a month's not going to get it, even with a paid for place these days. Oh gosh, I try to keep my monthly, like groceries and dog expenses. That's not counting extra appointments like dental visits and vet bills. The vet bill's been crazy with this one. Woo! Around $800 a month. And it's crazy how fast $800 a month goes. I go over every month. Just a little bit. Well, heck, that's most of, and then you got utilities and whatever on top of that. Insurance, utilities, whatever else I can't think of right now. Got car insurance, I've got a couple of life insurance policies, health insurance. It adds up. Over that $1,200 a month, I would need at least $800 just to get by. And right now I'm in an apartment, so I'm paying, rent and utilities there. Now, it is my son's place, but it's more comfortable than a tiny home, and I'm kind of helping him out. I am helping him out because he's having to pay a lot where he's working. He's working as a traveling x-ray technician. They've been all over the place. And it's really hard for her to find a job because they move every 3 to 6 months, you know. So she can't settle in anywhere. So it's just him. And I like it okay, except the downstairs neighbors are kind of loud sometimes. Other than that, but I'm kind of hoping, I don't know, he's having to spend a lot of extra every month just for a place to live that he wouldn't have to be making if he were living here. They just don't pay much for anything in Alabama, though. The wages are stagnant down here. To say the least. Well, I don't know about stagnant. 20 years ago almost, I went to work as a bookkeeper. They gave me $13 an hour, which was not enough to live on. I was living in a cruddy old trailer. I had just left my abusive ex-husband. I got a restraining order, and I was living in a 40-year-old trailer. I painted the insides, and they underskirted it. It had not been underskirted. The people that owned it. And it was okay for a couple of years. And then I finally got a raise up to a working wage. It was $18 an hour. Still, you know, not a lot for somebody that's running everything in your company. But it's pretty good. It was livable. So I could get a better place to live in. And now here I am, 60 years old, still trying to figure it out. And I got this crazy thing to deal with. I call her Elly Belly. She's so smelly because she got to smell every square inch of grass. All right, we're going to go. We'll head home. There's the car. Ready to head home? All right, I'm going to turn this off.